Hi everyone, LazyFire here. Welcome back to Batman Arkham City. Last time we took out a couple of devices so we can get into the museum, and now we're actually going to go do it. If you look there, you'll see that there are no people out in front. That's kind of weird because I remember people being there almost all game when I first played this. Whatever. Also, this is being done in post-commentary, mostly because I forgot to record the commentary the first time through, as in I had my mic on mute the entire time. So you won't really notice too many differences there. Now our big thing is that we have to go and hack a control panel over here. If I remember how to jump through windows, this will be helpful. You can see the lasers here. But watch me try to get through this window. It's not happening. Maybe a quick note to make on getting over waist-high objects is that you just have to walk at them, and that will allow your Batman to mantle over something, or mantle on top of something, and you can just hit A and jump over it. I forget that in the second half of this area, and end up dying because of it, but I'll let that happen when it happens. So now that the lasers are out, you can see, we can go in there and address the hooligans down there with bats and such. But first...
that roams the land that eventually became Gotham City over 65
Alright, so giant mechanical Tyrannosaurus and some officer down there. Watch this.
He's wearing body armor. I'll need to unleash a series of quick, focused attacks to penetrate his defenses.
Uh-huh. Now, the one he's talking about down there is the guy who's against the wall with the yellow armor talking right there. Those guys, you have to take them down similar to how you handled Mr. Hammer in the Joker's lair, which is you just have to punch him really fast a bunch of times. The easiest way to do that is to stun him like that and then just start punching away. Now you'll also notice that I have the red score meter there. That is an effect of having one of those free flow upgrades. And when I get that, I actually can unleash some pretty painful stuff. I used it to hit somebody with a shockwave there. Didn't really do anything, so not a big deal, but it's something to watch out for.
You're safe for now.
Thank God.
You may want to hold off on thanking him until after you've answered my question. Who are you?
Sorry, man. I'm a cop. Gordon sent us in here. I'm from the 13th Precinct, part of the strike team. Been in here since the beginning.
If Gordon sent you, you'll know the code.
Oh, yeah. He said, oh, man, what was it?
The code. Now.
It's Sarah. He said to tell you the code is Sarah.
You're safe, officer.
It's Jones, Batman. Elvis Jones.
Gordon always said he planned on sending your team in.
Yeah, he wanted to know what was going on in here. I guess we found out. There were 10 of us. Hopefully, there still are.
I told Gordon it was too dangerous to send you in. Stay here. If the rest of your team is alive, I'll find them.
Okay, well, we're gonna go through this room, but first we have to check out... Oh, what's this? Hold on. We have to go find all of the officers that are in here. There's 10 of them, supposedly. And they're kind of scattered all out throughout here, right? So, we'll eventually get all of them, and the Titan formula. Well, not in this video. Titan formula. But first, let's take a look at all the different things that Penguin has collected here.
Hugo Strange is watching you. Yeah, right. P wasn't watching this Tiger God when we went to work on it with blowtorches and iron bars.
Alright, and if you come over here, there's not really anything. I'm just looking. But one of the things to note is that you see right here, bones, no matter what, will show up in the Bat Vision, or the Detective Vision. It's just an interesting point, so even things that aren't alive will still show up.
Natural History Institute.
This will be the jewel in my collection. Coming soon. The Batman.
Collection we have on display.
That's kind of ambitious. Let's take a look at this one here. This should be familiar.
Take a good look into the eyes of the monster. A deeply disturbed killer, a man responsible for the murder and subsequent mutilation of over 100 men, women, and children. You're looking at Zaz.
Yes, and as we know, Zaz is out, and he kind of carves tallies into his body for every victim he takes. So, that makes some sense. Got a few more over here. Let's check this one out.
The joke is definitely on these losers. Tell me, what do I need to do to stop you sending these goons into my own Joker? Kill you?
Okay, and?
A little bird told me that Bruce Wayne is on his way to being part of my collection. When I get my hands on that spoiled little rich kid, I'll make him regret what his family did to mine.
And if you look on the ground here, $20 bills.
Cobblepot's sick, man. He's got crap in here that'll turn your hair white. Know what I mean?
And let's check this out.
Now this little minx is a real puzzle. Where did she come from? How did she kill 8 of my men before we managed to hold her down and bait her into unconsciousness? All I know is, I like her pajamas.
And I'm hitting these partially because Nolan North does a great job with all the voice acting. And this is actually a Riddler puzzle. Let's just take that. There we go.
Press the button and watch the puppet dance.
Not a lot there. Let's check out. Oh, a little too high there. That's one of the issues with the controls.
Don't send your boys in here, Harvey. Next time I'll cut them in two. Come to think of it, you'd probably like that, wouldn't you?
So yeah, you end up jumping on top of some of these things, maybe a little bit more than you intended to. There's also a vent back there that I could have opened with the bat claw, but I didn't do it, so don't worry about it. And there's a puzzle down this way. I'm not too concerned with finishing it. You need to just toss a remote bat control or remote control batarang in there, I believe. But it's a Riddler puzzle, not really big to me. And you'll notice me just spamming Detective Vision when I come into a room. It's going to be kind of common because I don't like getting jumped or getting hit randomly. It also helps you figure out puzzles, which I forget to do at a certain point late in the next video. And I figured I'll just grab this. Nothing else in the room. And
A remote-controlled batarang can hit switches that are out of reach.
this is sort of an introduction to the remote control batarang. It's useful in other points in the game, but in here there are 2 puzzles, including this one, that definitely require you to use it. And those are for progress, not just for Riddler trophies or anything like that. Now I swing up here to see if there's anything worth looking at, or to even take a secondary path, but nothing really up here. If you look across the way, I don't really do it very quickly or very often or for a long time even. You can see a Catwoman trophy and a Batman trophy over there. You can use a device you get later in the game to go grab those. And let's take a picture. If you can't tell, that was actually the Cobblepot family, including a young penguin. Alright, we're going to be careful about jumping in here. You want to look around. Oh, there's some stuff on the ground. And a lot of people.
Help me!
I wouldn't do that if I was you. Show 'em what we got. So, Batman, you here for the cops, the Iceman, or me?
I was only here for Freeze and the hostages. But now, I'm taking you down too.
Ooh, aren't you scary?
You're about to find out.
Am I really? Listen, I'm what you might call a collector. If someone wants it, I like to think I've got it. And if I don't have it, I'll get it. So here's the thing. Back there, I've got a cabinet with your name on it, just waiting to be filled. And, as luck would have it, Here you are, standing just where I want you. So, what do you think? Are you gonna be a good boy and give up nicely?
You're not giving orders here anymore, Cobblepot.
I was hoping you'd say that. Look around you. This horrible bunch of psychopaths are all begging to join up with me. But unfortunately for them, I only take the best. And today, best means whoever can kill you. Come on out, lads. It's initiation time.
Alright, this is probably the biggest fight we've been in since the game started. So, I of course botch a couple of really long combos doing it. You can see that these guys are throwing stuff again, so I'm going to try to be avoiding that as much as possible, but I do end up running right into one. Now the red combo meter, you can see, went away pretty much as soon as I did that arm breaker. If you do a special move, you'll end up basically just invalidating the red thing and have to build it back up. Not a really big deal, you can do it pretty quickly. You can see the screen gets this really annoying after effect on it. Don't worry too much about that, I can still fight through that pretty well. And you can see this is going pretty quickly. Not a really difficult fight.
You weren't supposed to do that, Batman. You're forcing me to bring out the big guys. Oh, he doesn't look happy to see you, Batman. Good luck.
Yeah, that's right. He's got Titan enemies, guys, I guess. And so we have a new move. We could always actually have done this move. It's called the Ultra Stun. We just didn't know it was there because the stun in the previous game didn't allow for that. Combination stun. And then we get on his back like this. And we can use him to beat down all the other people around him. Which is actually a good idea. This guy does not control the mist. He's actually pretty difficult to move around in the direction you want him to go. So I have to really be a little creative about it. Here we're just showing off all the different things you can do with it. He takes a while to beat down because of these guys. And this is an actual problem I have, because you gotta focus on this guy fast. He can cause a lot of damage if you're not careful. But at the same time, these guys are not helping anything. There's a lot of them in the area, and they'll basically break your chain that you need to do to get on top of him, and eventually beat him down. So you have to decide if you're going to strike out against him, who is the bigger issue, or if you're going to take down all these guys with hammers that want to kick your ass. I'm right now just getting my combo going, and taking out as many of these guys as possible. I know it seems kind of weird, but it works. If you can keep this guy from attacking you, you're basically golden. So that means just hitting him with a couple stuns. He'll take a second or two to get back on his feet, and then you can just beat the hell out of him, like this. Stop. Why won't you stop? And there you go. One punch away when that guy struck at me. And now we're done. And achievement. Nice. And we're left alone. Now, if you remember, I said there were a couple puzzles that require the remote control battering.
I found Penguin.
And Mr. Freeze, have you located the cure yet?
Not yet. The situation is worse than I thought. Penguin has a supply of the Titan formula.
He's got what? How do you get Titan off Arkham Island? What's going on here? Your suit's bio readings are spiking.
Nice of you to join us, Oracle. Alfred, bring Barbara up to speed.
Of course.
But...
I'll be in touch.
Right, okay, so we've actually met Oracle for the first time here as well. And here I try to take a picture of the hammer, because there's something to do with the Hammer brothers. We all saw the other Hammer brother just now. Anyways, you have to remember, there's no door out of this room, really. You can go under those gates, but you have to unlock it by hitting a switch on the other side there. You can see it. Now, I try to open this door just to prove you can't do it. And I will actually end up going on the other side of that door and trying to open it, just to show you can't open it from the inside either. So what you need to do is hit that switch with the remote battery. So, watch this. I do this really poorly, but it works. This is probably the exact wrong way to do this. And there we go. Perfect. You can speed the thing up and slow it down by holding the left and right triggers on an Xbox 360 controller, which I suggest playing this game with. I could not imagine doing this with a mouse and keyboard. Alright, so we have another semi-puzzle right here. I wouldn't call it an actual puzzle, it just introduces you to something a little new, or kind of trips you up if you're not paying attention. And we're also going to see something real quick here, I believe. Yeah, actually, in the next video there is a next step to that thing, the cryptographer. So, if you look at this, you think that you have to send this thing up and down, right? So, let's just go up. Kind of a low ceiling. That's not good. Nowhere for me to really go with that. So let's go back down. Now, your next step is going to be, say, well, I'll send the elevator up and then I'll be able to grapple onto the next floor. Not so much. Yeah. You can't send this thing any further down. You can't take it back up. So, let's bring it back down. And hop in again. Now, if you spam detect vision as often as I do, you'd see that that is actually a false ceiling. So, all you'd have to do is send yourself up. I actually sent us down first. And then use the remote gel, or the explosive gel. Perfect. And, actually, I try something here. There we go. If you try to quick shot the thing, it doesn't work. It doesn't send you the way you want to go. It just sends the way it thinks you want to go. So back up, and we're done with that little semi-puzzle. Oh, no. There we go. Now I believe you can send that thing up another level and pick up a Riddler trophy, but it's not a big deal. Oh, and hey, let's get a Riddler trophy out of here. And open. And I haven't shown this off yet, but yeah, you can use the bat. I'll try to jump up there. You can't do it. You can use the bat claw to grab those. And that's how you get some of those more remote ones later in the game, or early in the game, that we might have come across. It doesn't really ever tell you that, you just have to figure it out. And explosive gel is kind of going to be a theme of the Penguin's lair. Not a big problem, but it does come up quite a bit. And before we go into the terrors of the deep thing, let's take a look. I could actually, and I didn't even realize this when I played it, turn off the electric fence by hacking that thing there. Didn't think to do that. I don't know why. Let's run down here real quick. Hey, penguin statue. Great. Riddler challenge complete. Now, the big thing about Riddler challenges, when I come across them, I'll do them, is simply because I will end up getting a couple XP from it, and that helps. And right here, I'll just show that I can't open it. Nope. If I went back up there and hacked the damn thing, I would be totally fine. But I completely forgot about that. Oh well. Not a huge deal. We don't really need to come this way again. And that fish doesn't do anything. I was disappointed. Alright. Yeah, this is an interesting area we're about to go into. It's all iced out, including this wall, which is, once again, iced out. So, like I said, explosive gel, kind of going to be important. You can see across, in that room there's a lot of grapple points.
Stay where I can see you, Batman. You wouldn't believe the fight the old snowman put up. Still, I got what I wanted. That's all that matters. Hold still, boy. No! When you're done in here, feel free to join me in the Iceberg Lounge so I can kick your ass again. Enjoy the copsicle.
Over here, please.
Okay, so let's go save the cop. But first, Batman has to say something.
The ice looks unstable. I need to move slowly. Take my time.
Over here.
Yep, just if you move slowly on the ice, you're totally fine. It does not mean crouch down and move. That won't help you any. But you also can't run on it. So I'll demonstrate exactly what happens if you run on this. And let's just help this guy. Of course, he can run on it. Batman apparently cannot.
Hold on. You should be safe here.
Thank you.
Are you from the 13th precinct? Where's the rest of your team?
There are 2 more guys in this room. Penguin froze them up, then went after me. I ran and... well, I guess you saw what happened.
I'll get them. You wait here and try to warm up.
So, back down on the ice. Jumping on the ice won't actually set anything off. However, if you decide to run across the ice, now you drown. Not a big deal, right? Yeah.
Someone cut the mask off his face. No need to be gentle.
Oh, I guess the game actually does tell you that you can crouch and walk. But yes, there is a shark. That is your main, I guess, carrot to staying out of that water. Of course, I ran and showed it off before it actually shows itself off, which is coming up ahead. I remembered that as being a fucking terrifying moment when I first played the game, completely unaware that that was going to happen, no real concept that it was a thing. So I wanted to show that off the same way I found it. But we're getting close to a narrow point in the ice, which means we're going to see yes.
Sorry, Batman. Did I forget to mention my little friend down there? Me, Tiny. Who'd have thought a big fish could be so useful? Not me, that's for sure. He's like a mobile garbage truck. Whatever I drop in that tank just vanishes. Poof. Problem gone.
Yeah, there's like 2 bodies in here. They're not eaten. So, we have to get over to them, but there's no real good way for us to do that right now. If you're not really familiar with it, you might say, screw it, I'll go the other way first. But, because there's 2 cops over here, I remember that, yeah, I need to take down that rope. Easy enough. And then, there are rings all over that thing, and all over the wall, so you just use the back claw to move yourself around. Pretty simple stuff. The shark won't attack you on this thing right now. I say right now for a reason. So let's get over to these cops. Now, the first time I was playing through this for the LP, I kept thinking I did this in the wrong order, going this way first and then the other way. You can actually go either way first, it doesn't matter. It's the same effect, but it feels like it makes more sense if I went the other way first. You won't really miss anything from my actions here, so don't worry about that. Just saving these cops is kind of the important thing right now. And one thing to note is if you try to quick fire the bat hook or the bat claw here, it will actually take an extra it won't go as far, I should say. So you have to be closer if you quick fire. But if you fire it after you've selected it, it'll go further.
It's so cold. Where did Penguin get that gun?
He stole it from Mr. Freeze. I'm getting it back.
Okay, so we've rafted our way over here. I forget to talk to that guy, but there's not really anything left in this room, so we're gonna go up this way. And once again, spamming everything I can. I just don't want to be surprised by people popping out of the walls. And I seem to remember people being in this area. I don't know why, but they never really show up. So I'm just thinking that to myself. You can see there's, treasure and all this other stuff. You can kind of tell that there was a whole point to a lot of this. It feels like it was a museum at one point. Probably years and years and years ago, instead of recently. But yeah, you get the feeling. So wood planks do not look like they're up to code.
They're using thermal imaging headsets. Anyone wearing them will be able to spot me hiding up in the darkness.
No worries, Mr. Cobblepot. We've got it covered. Freeze's suit is in the case. I'm looking at it now.
You better, son. Batman's on the way, and the last time I saw him, he didn't look very happy.
He's not getting past me and the boys, sir. The suit is safe.
Tell the boys there's an extra 100 grand in it for whoever brings him in alive.
Very generous, sir. Consider it done. Listen up. Penguin wants the bat brought in alive. There's 50 grand in it for the one who does it.
You may as well pay me now. He's mine. Not if I spot him first. I can almost taste it.
None of you will get paid if he gets past. Understand? Protect the suit.
Yep, sorry, I'm hitting all the buttons right there. For whatever reason, I couldn't remember how to get to my my weapons list here, so I started spamming buttons.
This what Batman's coming for?
Who knows? If it is, he ain't getting it.
Maybe one of us should put the suit on. What?
All right, right there, I just took out one of the guys with the goggles with a sonic batarang. If you hit somebody with it directly at the point I have it upgraded to, it will immediately knock them out. So that's very useful. Unfortunately, this room goes pretty smoothly to a point. So, right now I'm just going to punch this guy in the dick and hide. You would not believe how well this works right here. I wanted to get through here, but I could not hit the right buttons to make it happen. You can actually use these walls to attack people. And watch this. I was dead right there. I have no idea how that guy didn't see me. But what we're going to do is wait a second. Show off something we haven't seen yet. You can actually do a silent takedown from corners. If we just wait a few moments here, we'll have our opportunity. And this guy has a heartbeat meter, which means that the Penguin can spot him wherever he goes.
Then you just do your job and stop him!
Right there I have a magnet generator. It would be useful if I remembered how to use that, or the fact that it was a magnet generator and not just an electricity thing. I try to use it on somebody and it just doesn't work. And right here I'm trying to, for the life of me, I cannot remember how to detonate that fucking explosive gel. I'm just hitting every button trying to make it work. It's just not happening. I feel pretty bad about that. Right there I finally figured it out. And make a run.
Pass me again!
This is probably not the best way to do this. They know you're in here already, so I wasn't really too concerned about it. But you have to wait for this particular moment.
Smoke from? How come we don't have smoke?
You see, the hostages up on that bridge are two of the GCPD guys. Here we go. No one around it, so that thing does nothing. Just freaks people out a little bit. Oh well. Now there's two GCPD guys up top.
Come on, where are you?
And eventually one of these guys is going to run over to them. I found a Riddler trophy, by the way. And try to take one hostage. Here we go. And all these are display cases that you can use, by the way. Now I just got to get into cover or the right position for this one. Now if you screw this up once they take them hostage, you'll actually screw the entire area up and have to restart. Wait for it. There we are.
One of Penguin's crew has taken that cop hostage. The only way to save him is to make sure his captors don't see me.
So, the easiest way to do this is just to wait a little bit. Now, a note about the bat claw and zipping up to certain things is that if you hold down while you're zipping up there, you'll actually hang from the ledge instead of mantling over it automatically. It seems a little counterintuitive, but it's actually very effective and necessary in a lot of cases. Right here, this is not my proudest moment, but it's the easiest way to do this. I didn't want to really wait for these guys to separate too far, so I nailed one guy with an electrical charge after I glide kicked the other guy. Not a bad move.
What's happening in there? Have you lot stopped Batman yet?
No damage taken.
Freeze's suit.
No sign of Freeze, just his suit. He can't survive without it. I need to find him before it's too late.
Over here.
Let's talk to these guys.
I saw you clear the room. It's awesome work, man. The name's Tom. Tom Miller.
You're part of Gordon's strike team. I've seen your file.
You have? I mean, yes, sir. Cobblepot's turned this place into a fortress. Someone ratted us out. Me and the boys got grabbed, brought here, and beaten the crap out of.
You're safe now. There are just 2 more of you unaccounted for.
Have you tried the Iceberg Lounge? Cobblepot like to take us in there to beat us up some more. If we're lucky, that's where they are. Okay, listen up. In case you didn't notice, Batman just saved our asses. From this point on, we own this room. No one in or out.
Well, what about the little bastard that did this to us? I want payback.
You'll get it. We grab guns, hole up here till Batman finds the rest of the squad, and then we get our payback on Mr. Cobblepot. Michaels, grab a firearm and start a patrol.
No problem.
Sanchez, cover the main entrance. Let's make it out of here in one piece, okay?
I see one of those sons of bitches, and they're dead.
We do this by the book, guys. That's what Gordon would want. We are better than these people.
Okay, let's check out the free suit.
You are looking at the world's most advanced refrigerator. Stick a sickly scientist inside it, and you've got yourself Mr. Icebox himself.
Okay, there's quite a few other things in this room to check out, all these displays. Oh, right on top again.
Who doesn't like machine guns? These little beauties fire over 100 rounds a minute, and even better, are so inaccurate, you don't even need to try. Just pulling the trigger means someone in the room will be lying in a pool of blood and tears.
Yeah, I'm sure someone's going to take issue with calling those machine guns. Yeah, I think those are actually assault rifles, but whatever.
These sniper rifles can blow a single hair off the head of a man at 1,000 yards. Aim a little lower, and there won't even be a hair left.
So, I gotta say, I really like Nolan North's voice work and how they implemented it into this area. I mean, as the Penguin, he only has so many lines, but going through these areas, he's got plenty.
Pull the trigger and smile as 3.5 pounds of explosives hurtles toward the sneaky little rat who thought he could get away from me.
Oh, that's just great. They've got freaking rocket launchers.
Yeah, I'm trying to hit that Penguin right there. I don't realize that you just can't do it from that side. I think the game actually believes itself to have a wall there on that side. And yes, you can activate all those things with batarangs. I believe it's a way you can freak out the guards in the room. Not going to bother using that vent. It's not really a point as we've cleared out the room. And now it's just a simple matter of finding my way out, which takes me a while. And I'm trying to find any interesting ones, these.
When you really want to surprise a sneaky little bitch that's hunting you down, use these. Nothing else surprise like a pound or two of C4 blowing your legs off when you least expect it.
Uh-huh. Those are the mines that we've actually encountered outside of the Penguins area. And here we are back outside. And we can see 3 guys waiting over there. Let's take a...
Please! Someone! Help me!
Right. Let's go talk to this guy real quick.
Stay here for now.
No problem, sir. There are more of us.
If they're still alive, I'll find them.
Right. Let's take a trip on the raft here. So we've freed Freeze's suit up, but we still haven't found the man himself. And that's what the next area is going to be. This video is going to end once we're right outside the room to get to Freeze. And I guess I was wrong in my estimation that you could not crouch walk on this stuff. You can. It actually tells you to do that when I died. My mistake. Let's slowly make our way over. This is interesting gameplay footage. But you'll see the ice density meter on the right really doesn't mean anything. It just lets you know that you're on ice. As long as you go slow, you'll be totally fine. So, just, this is where having an analog stick really comes in handy. I cannot imagine trying to do this on the PC. I think that's actually why the crouch walk command was put into the was one of those options. It's probably because people on a PC using a mouse and keyboard would probably have a hard time controlling their speed the way you would with an analog stick. But that's hearsay and conjecture on my part. Let's pop up here. And we have, if you looked, we had one of those armored guys up ahead. They're looking for me, not away from me. So sneaking up there isn't really going to be an option. Luckily, none of them are armed, which was my big concern. One of them had a gun. But I don't see that happening here. Looks like they're all melee guys.
Man, we're right here.
And
You need your mommy.
this is kind of fun. They think that they're well protected. If I walk through those lasers,
Hey,
the
what's he
gate will
doing?
slam
He's
down,
got some
similar to
kind
that
of
Riddler
computer
trophy
thing.
earlier. And easy enough. It's a stroke song. And then watch this.
Come on.
How'd he do
Yeah,
that? You
that
said he
they're very shocked that this happened. And I'm trying to do a thing. Leave me alone. I just love how fast and brutal that is, and the fact that Batman uses the environment to finish it off. 17. Yeah, 19 combo out of 2 or 3 people. Not bad. Not bad at all. But that's pretty much it for this episode. We don't have anything else we need to do. We did just earn a level up, so let's see what I decided to do here. I'm trying to swing through here. Right now, the cryptography amplifier isn't really needed, but this is damned useful. People throughout the game are going to be having these headsets from now on, and I don't really want to get caught by them. It makes hiding around in those rooms very difficult. But thanks for watching, everyone. Next time, we're going to meet Mr. Freeze and rescue him. Bye.